What's going on YouTube, man? Now this right here is going to be controversial. And you know, it's time for the controversial topics. And you know why? It's because a lot of people don't like dealing with the real issues. They want to just kind of bypass those and not really focus on them. Now, hear what I'm saying here. Now, I'm going to start this off with an example. I was watching a documentary on American Airlines, and the documentary was about costs and expenses. Okay, now they took one plane from LA to New York, right? And what they did was they wanted to see how much first does it cost to go from LA to New York with the American Airlines expenses. Now, these are not exact numbers, pretty close, but the profit at the end is going to be the exact. Okay, so let's just say, well, this is basically what it costs. It's 52,000 something. So it was $52,200 from LA to New York, right? Now that's just the expenses that American Airlines has. Sounds real high to me. Okay, now they had a full flight, and with the food, drinks, the luggage and everything, the American Airlines made a grand total of $200. They made $52,400. Now I was taken back, like, wow. Now this right here, I'm going to use this as an example to go into my talk. There's a lot of you out there that's saying that our jobs are going overseas. That, our jobs are going overseas. It's a pathetic statement to me, because I look at myself as a strong individual, and when it comes to making money, I take the responsibility upon myself. I don't go wham, job, why did you leave? Why didn't you give me my money? That's not me. So if you're already thinking like that, you're already in a pathetic state anyway. And think about it. You're relying on someone else to take care of you. Bad idea. Second is, people are saying, why are businesses moving overseas and giving other people jobs, taking our jobs in America? Okay. First of all, let me give you, most people that are saying that are people that don't know much about business. You see, with me, I wouldn't go out and take a loan for a business. I wouldn't go out and say, you know what, I need $100,000 loan. I'm going to go ahead and start my business up, and then 3 years from now, that $100,000 will be paid off, and I'll start working my profits. That's a dumb idea. A lot of American entrepreneurs do things like that. No, I want to make my profit the next day. The type of business I start is something that I can afford to pay for with my own money. If I'm not ready to afford, if I can't afford it at the beginning, I don't buy it. Okay, now there are jobs. Okay, give you an example. Let's say an engineer that makes $90,000 a year. He has a master's degree. He has a job, and then the boss comes in one day and says, "You know what, Larry? Thank you for your service, but we're moving the company to India, and we're gonna go over there." Do you know why the guy moved the company to India? It's because he can save money. Okay, $200 profit from a flight is not much money. The way that American Airlines make their money is because they try to do flights like that like ridiculous. This is why as soon as there's a speed bump or anything, the company's holding on like, oh my gosh, we got to file bankruptcy, we got to do this. Because they have no profits. They have no profits. So when you have all these Americans out there who are demanding $50,000, $60,000 for, and then they go to work and they complain, and then they argue for raises and all this other kind of stuff, and yet the company's trying to stay alive, they can't. Their expenses are too high. And you know why Americans need high pay? It's because Americans don't know how to save money, but God dog, we know how to spend it. We are spending crazy here in America. So we need this $100,000 income, whatever, so we can just continue to buy our things. But what about our Mercedes payment? What about living in a house that we really can't afford payment? I mean, I know I'm gonna get some tears on this one, but you know what? We need it. And first of all is this. Like I said, I want to go back to this. Well, the jobs are leaving. First of all, some of the jobs that are leaving, if I was one that was an employee, I would want to work it anyway. Some of these jobs are jobs that high school kids can work. Like for instance, assembling something in a car. What skill is in that? You just boom, boom, boom. Do something that makes your brain. I mean, do something that kind of like builds you and makes you a person. Putting a thing in a car and letting it go on, whatever. What skill is that? What are you learning? You're 50 years old and you're doing a job like that. Wham! You know what? Build your mind. America, like I said, is a culture of where we create our culture and people copy our ideas. They want to be like Americans, not so much as a spending, but they love our culture. And it's the reason why they love our culture, because we think different. Don't think like an employee. America is going to have a new shift toward entrepreneurship. It's going to have to happen, because you can't be mad at another guy because he's trying to save money. That's how businesses survive. You survive on profits. This makes a strong business. If you got expenses up to here and you're trying to operate, it's not going to last long. It's supposed to be the other way around. So don't get mad at the business guy because he's ambitious and he wants to take his job overseas to save money, because these shark-eating Americans over here, we want $90,000 to $100,000 for minimum work. So he has, 20 people, $90,000 to $100,000 on his payroll, when he can take those 20 people and cut his payroll into, I don't know, $45,000, $50,000 for the whole deal. It makes sense. So stop complaining, Americans, about these jobs. Really, and don't get me wrong, there are some so-called high-tech jobs that are going overseas. So what? If you gained a master's degree and you claim to be so intelligent, make your own money. Don't depend on Joe Blow over here to take care of you and to teach you how to make a living, because you are only a person that I'm not. Go ahead and do it. My video froze me. I'm gonna say it again. I'm not the leader. I'm the follower. You guys want people to create something for you because I don't have the mindset to do it, and then I'll run like a robot and I'll do exactly what you create. No, we're bigger than that. We're better than that. Don't become a small thinker. Don't become a slave with a handout and say, "Boss, please give me some money because I don't know how to make a living myself." Think about what I'm saying before you start crying and saying, "Boo-hoo, the jobs are going," whatever. You create a job for yourself and stop worrying about what another man is doing. So until next time, signing off.